Good morning, social media world. It's another day that the Lord has given us. Let's be rejoice and be glad in it, okay? As I was sitting and thinking last night, I was reading some of my comments and kind of keeping up with social media a little bit as far as being responsive to people who respond to videos and stuff. And I came across a couple of not so pleasant comments, and um, I can tell that I'm changing and I'm shifting, and I wanted to explain to you what that looks like or what that feels like. So, the saying goes, you are what you eat, you become what you entertain, and it's no different. There's some people that get on this app early in the morning and seek nothing but drama, and that's because they are drama. They feed off of that, they live off of that. This is one of the ways that Satan sneaks into your body and sneaks into those little cracks and crevices that you might not even know that they were there. When God sets you apart and sits you down, a lot of times in isolation. We've spoken about that on previous videos. Y'all can go back and watch if you would like. But when he sits you down and you realize that the friends that you had before are no longer in the same group or the same circle that you like entertaining, and that's because you're ultimately shifting and you're ultimately changing. Your spirit no longer wants to sit or reside with those people because they're not like-minded and like-spirited. And it doesn't mean that they're necessarily bad people. It just means that God has brought you to a different level and a different space within your spirit. And those things now become your entertainment. And when you get to the point where your entertainment is just Him, that's when you know you reached a place, okay? That's a specific place, okay? That's the place that I hopefully would like to get into, because I ain't gonna lie, I dibble and dabble just a little bit, especially if it comes down my timeline. But I try to refrain from being too indulgent in the things that are going on around me and focus on myself and what my job is for the day. We've talked about ways to budget and talked about ways to make sure that your dollars stretch, but you want to make sure that your spirit is at peace ultimately. Because where we're going, you want to make sure that you're at peace and you stay within peace, because this is the only way you're going to make it through. With the things that are about to happen and the things that are currently going on, you don't want people to come about and come around you and they're just ever so slightly, the things that they say disturb your spirit. So when you look around you, and if you're waking up in the spirit of just anger and you're seeking drama and that's what you entertain, that's what you're going to be able to, that's what you're becoming, that's what you became. And you want to switch that, because where we're going, a lot of that drama is not going to matter, because ultimately they're just distractions anyway. So I pray that today that you ultimately, one of those distractions that you got going on, that you get rid of and you're able to push that to the side and keep going forward. Focus on what it is that you're supposed to do for that day, who you're supposed to speak to. And sometimes you might not be supposed to be speaking to anybody and just sitting in silence so you can hear his voice. So, what are you going to try to do today? Have a great day, have a blessed day, and take care.